welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to share with you guys a new brand that recently launched on the Sephora website. It is called LYS Beauty, which LYS stands for Love Your Skin. It is a very clean makeup brand, Black owned, which is incredible, and it launched at Sephora. I bought it the day that it launched on Sephora, which was February 19th, and it just arrived, which is March 1st. So took me a long time to get this package. Kind of crazy because normally I get my Sephora packages super fast. This one, not so much. So I've waited a really long time. We're going to dive into it. Before we get into the application of all of these products, I want to give you some information about the brand and more importantly, the creator of this brand. She's kind of inspirational. As I was kind of going through and reading articles about her, she's the real deal. And on their website, it says it over and over in explaining about the brand and about the creator. The word that kept popping out on the page to me was unapologetic. And I was like, this girl is fierce and I live for it. So this brand was founded by TISHA Thompson with skin-loving formulas that redefine clean beauty. Exclusively sold at Sephora now. This thoughtfully created line features clean formulas, universal shade offerings, and high-performance results for today's evolving beauty consumer. With confidence as the goal and clean beauty as the vehicle, LYS Beauty is proud to become the retailer's first Black-owned Sephora clean color cosmetic brand. Boom. Okay, that's like mic drop moment right there, okay? This is what, again, kept popping out on the page to me. LYS Beauty is on a unapologetic mission to empower, inspire, and awaken your most confident self through strict formulation standards that help reshape the way consumers approach clean beauty. So committed to a skin-first, multicultural approach to formulating, LYS unlocks skin's maximum potential with ingredients that are not only suitable, but deeply enriching for all complexions. So as you guys have probably saw this at Sephora, and you will notice that everything is all shaped in the triangle. Well, there is a reason for it. Even the boxes have little triangles. This is the foundation box. They have these little triangles in there. So throughout the brand, from packaging design to visual elements, in the triangle, which is a delta symbol, which represents change, an important brand pillar. Not only are we shifting the clean beauty conversation, but we want to remind our customers that at any given moment or on any given day, they can positively change the way they treat, talk to, and love themselves. Yeah, amazing. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about TISHA Thompson. So a trained makeup artist turned beauty business maven, TISHA Thompson is the founder and CEO of LYS Beauty. So with more than 15 years of industry experience in clean beauty product development, brand management, marketing, finance, and operations, here's the word again that I'm living for, unapologetic in her pursuit to diversify the marketplace, Tish built LYS as a landing place for makeup and skincare solutions that are uniquely catered to all skin types, textures, tones, and while addressing common skin concerns like hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and sensitive skin. With ingredients as her tool and confidence as her goal, TISHA is on a mission to dispel the myth that clean beauty, deep shade ranges, and high performance products cannot coexist. Amen, amen, amen. So TISHA Thompson actually used to work with the brand Pure. And she started her own brand in 2019. So if you guys want to read more about TISHA Thompson, I will leave a link to a website of an interview with her. She's fascinating, you guys. She is like what I describe as a very empowered woman, and I'm here for it. I will also leave a link to their website and their about page so you can read more about the brand. I just kind of gave you the highlights, but that unapologetic, it kept popping out every time I was reading through. That word just kept popping out, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So that's the information about the brand, the creator of this brand. Let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. I'm going to be testing out this foundation. I'll probably test it for 2 days because it's hard for me to wear a foundation for just 1 day and let you guys know if I like it. I like to wear it for at least 2 days. So I'm going to apply it today. I'm going to play with the primer, the foundation, the matte bronzers, the blushes, the lip oil, and of course, after I've worn it today and tomorrow, I will come back tomorrow night and give you my full thoughts on this brand and every product that I use in the brand. Lots to say about it. And of course, I will do lots of swatches and comparisons so you guys can see these shades next to some of the other shades. The cream blushes are sold out currently at the Sephora website, but they are available on the LYS Beauty website. So just FYI, if you guys want to buy them from there, I will link them in the description box down below. But that's what we're doing today, you guys. It's a full face of LYS Beauty, and I'm kind of starting to really enjoy doing these full brand reviews. You guys know I like to be very detailed, and it's kind of nice to kind of dive into new brands and try out many things from the brand. I just recently uploaded a video testing a bunch of Dear Dahlia products, which I will link that up in the iCards if you guys have not checked that out. And I also in the future, near future, will be doing a full face of the new brand Merit. They're actually sending me the products, which is very kind of them. And they had to kind of take a break because of the weather. And so they weren't able to get the shipment out to me. And as soon as it arrives, I will do a full face and kind of go through that brand and give you my thoughts on it. But today it's all about LYS Beauty. So without further ado, let's jump into the application and I will see you guys all in my final thoughts. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this LYS Beauty. So let's first start with the primer. So I did pick up the primer. So this is called the Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer. It retails for $20 for 1 fluid ounce. So this balances the look of skin. It's supposed to minimize the look of enlarged pores and brighten the look of hyperpigmentation, which is totally right up my alley. So I have already prepped my skin with Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream after I applied all my skincare and sunscreen and stuff. I went ahead and applied that. So I'm going to use this kind of in the area, but I'm only going to use it on one side of the face because I do want to see if this makes a difference throughout the day. Achieve a healthier looking complexion with this clean and weightless primer that doubles as a serum, helps control excess oil, and is enriched with nourishing ingredients like niacinamide, AHA fruit blend, ginger root, and grapefruit extracts. So as you can see, it's kind of balling up. So as it dried, it felt really good. But now it's starting to do this. Do you see that? It's like kind of coming off my skin. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure about the primer. I don't know if it was just the way that I applied it. Let's go ahead and move on to the foundation. So I went ahead and picked up 2 shades in the foundation. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. It's got a very beautiful frosted glass bottle. And I mean, this packaging is absolutely gorgeous. The lid is this beautiful rose gold. Like the whole setup, the shape of it feels very luxurious. And believe it or not, it's $22. This is called the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Like I said, it retails for $22. Comes in 35 different shades. I bought 2 shades. These are described as tan. These are a little bit light for tan. Now, of course, as I always do, I will do swatches of this foundation next to other foundations that I have in my collection so you can kind of get an idea of the shades. So this shade right here is TG1 and this is TG5. TG5 is described as golden beige, which is for tan olive skin with golden undertone. And then TG1 is this one right here, which is latte. It is a light tan skin with golden undertones. For this, I am going to be using this shade. I think this one just might be a little bit too light. To dip into the foundation and just apply it. Kind of spreading it all over. It feels a little bit thicker of a formula. And I don't smell anything. It's a luxuriously clean skincare infused serum foundation with buildable light to medium coverage in an array of shades. It has a medium coverage, natural finish, and this formula will satisfy your skincare and foundation fix at the same time. Formulated with ashwagandha, hyaluronic acid, and turmeric, this customizable clean foundation reduces the look of dark spots, pores, imperfections, and fine lines while highlighting your skin's natural radiance, and it's also fragrance and silicone free. This foundation is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I have high hopes for this. And now that I've applied it, I feel like the shade is going to be a good shade for me. Even though on this side I'm struggling to get it to blend because of the primer. But on the side that I didn't put the primer on, it is like a dream. It is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows and concealer off camera. But I will say the gripping primer kept balling up when I was applying the concealer. I still have like reminiscences of it. You can see these little... So I think the primer, I'll continue to kind of work with it and update you in one of my updates videos, but so far it's just not working for me. I don't know if mixing it, or I don't know if putting it over top of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream had anything to do with it, so I'll try it with different products and see. But so far it's a no-go. So let's go ahead and move on to the next product. These are called the No Limits Matte Bronzers. Again, very beautiful packaging in the triangle shape. It's a shiny finish. So the blushes are a more kind of matte. Oh, the packaging is so pretty. These retail for $18 and you get 0.23 ounces, which is 6.5 grams. So I picked up the shade Harmony, which is for medium, and I picked up the shade Courage, which is for tan, because I didn't quite know which shade I would want to go with. Of course, I will swatch these bronzers next to a bunch of other bronzers I have in my collection. Okay, so I swatched these and they do feel very creamy. Obviously, they're not a cream formula, but they feel very, very soft. So this is the shade Harmony, which is medium. This is the shade Courage, which is tan. And I could probably wear both of them. Let's go ahead and put the shade Medium on this side and see how it blends. So quite a bit picks up. I don't know how much, pigment I'm going to get. So I'm going to go in very lightly. I always recommend going in very lightly when you're barely starting to use a product. You kind of got to go in very gently and make sure that you're not using too much. They are a clean, talc-free, buildable matte bronzer that sculpts, defines, and livens up the complexion with a silky smooth formula. They also have niacinamide, green tea extract. Sculpt, define, and warm up your complexion with this matte bronzer. The ultra velvety buildable powder effortlessly blends while delivering a sun-kissed glow. Okay, so I built that up about 3 times and it does look flawless. So this is probably a shade that I would use on those days where I want just a light bronze. So I'm going to wipe my brush off and I'm going to go into the shade Courage, and I want to put Courage on this side. Okay, so I can tell you that this is a very soft, very beautiful bronzer. It blends into the skin so softly. Kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury. It does. It has that feeling to it. It kind of has that same like blendability to it, and it just blends and buffs right into the skin. I put this over foundation that has not been powdered. So of course, once I powder, I will kind of buff everything together and kind of make it look a little bit more seamless. But my point is, I love the way this looks and I don't really feel like I need to powder. Let's go ahead and move on to the cream blushes. And if you guys have been with me for a minute and you know me, I personally love cream blushes, but I'm very picky about my cream blushes. There's a lot of popular formulas out on the market that I'm not jiving with. So I'm kind of picky when it comes to my cream blush. So I'm curious about this formula. Let's get into the deets. They're $16 for 0.23 ounces, which is 6.5 grams. They are a clean, high pigment, non-greasy, satin matte blush with a buildable creamy formula that gives skin a natural finish. So I picked up the shade Kindness, which is a soft peachy nude. I mean, you guys know I love peach, so that was kind of a no-brainer, right? And then the other one I picked up was the shade Confident, which Confident was a pink cinnamon spice. We're gonna try this one first. I'm gonna go into the shade Confident and I'm gonna put it here on this side. Oh, shit skis. Okay, you guys, I picked up way too much. Hold on, I'm gonna wipe the brush off. Oh, but look at that. Okay, so you saw I picked up way too much, right? It blended right out. Look at that. No problems. It blended right out. Like, I was nervous. I was like, oh, shiz. Y'all, did you see how beautiful that blended? It blended quick, too. Let's go into the shade Kindness on this side. Y'all, these blushes are stunning. Oh my gosh. These blushes are amazing. Now, that's just first impression. We're going to see how these last because my experience with the Fenty blushes, okay, they are so beautiful when you first apply them, but they don't last on my skin at all. Like, they're gone in like 2 hours. So, I'm going to hold back before I get too excited, but this applied beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. No problems, no issues. You saw I got too much. It blended right out. This is exciting, my friends. I love it when my cream blush applies like this. I'm very excited, can you tell? Let's move on to the powder. So this is called the Triple Fix Setting Powder. These retail for $18. I did pick up 2 shades. One is like a banana shade, and then the other is for medium tan, okay? I wanted to pick up the banana shade because I wanted to see what the banana shade would look like underneath my eyes. Okay, these come in 4 shades, and they are a translucent pressed setting powder that blurs the skin and locks complexion products in place while absorbing excess oil for a natural matte finish. So like I said, I picked up the shade Ambition, which is for medium tan skin. That is this shade right here. And then I also picked up the shade Brilliance, which is banana shade. So you can definitely tell that these have a different tone. This one's definitely more yellow. So I'm gonna first use the medium tan, and I'm going to go into it with my soft cheek, kind of pick up some, and just kind of softly place this here over top of the concealer. I think I might even take my brush, and I think I might just gently kind of like dab this over top of the foundation and all of that. Instead of using like my regular like loose setting powder, I think I'll just take some of this and kind of sweep it on. See what it does. Now, it's not exaggerating any of my fine lines. It does look very soft. So you can see it kind of softened everything up, but it's not a heavy powder. So I'm kind of curious to see if this will work. But so far, I mean, it looks really pretty. Then finally, we have the gloss. And this is called the Speak Love Glossy Lip Treatment Oil. Now, this retails for $12. Very, very affordable. I mean, it's like drugstore price. And it's a nourishing, clean lip treatment oil packed with soothing hydrators and natural oils for a high shine finish and a long-lasting comfort. I absolutely love the applicator of this. This is the coolest applicator I've ever seen. Look at the shape of this. That is the coolest. I love it so much. I already tried it when it first came. Love the triangle tip on this. I don't know why. It's something different, and I love it. Now, I will say they are right. It is a gloss, but it doesn't feel clumpy. It feels moisturizing, and it feels like a gloss, but it doesn't feel like a traditional gloss. So I'm very curious about this. Okay, everyone, I wanted to pop outside and do a daylight check-in on this foundation. Today is actually the next day, so the footage that you saw of me applying it and stuff, that was yesterday. I wanted to test it for 2 days just because it's really hard to know a foundation if you only wear it one day. I will also add, I did not apply the primer today because I did not have a good experience with the primer, which I will get into that later on in the final thoughts. But today I didn't do the primer, I just did my magic cream. So I applied this right around 10:30. It was probably between 10 and 10:30. So it is currently almost 5 o'clock. I was looking in the mirror before I come on camera, and everything is looking really good. My only issue with this foundation is I start to get it a little bit makeup-y right here, and that happened to me yesterday. So I tried to apply yet less today, and it's still a little makeup-y there. So let me zoom you in. As you can see, just like right here, it starts to get a little bit too makeup-y. But it doesn't look that way anywhere else. So I'm not sure why it does it right here on my chin. Did the same thing yesterday, but it looks really good over the texture. I do have some breakouts coming out right here. And on this side, I don't really have anything active, but I do have, you know, scarring and stuff like that. So that's it for this check-in. I will see you guys in my next check-in, which will be my 12-hour check-in and also my final thoughts. So I will see you guys then. Okay, everyone, I am back to give my final thoughts on all of the products that I discussed in today's video. Like I said, in my daylight check-in, I apologize for the background noise, and the audio was funky on that, and I'm not sure why, but here we are. I want to go through all of the products that I have used. I've been using them for 2 days now. Lots to say. So right now it is currently 10:43. So it's been 12 hours. And if you hear some background noise, my daughter just turned 18 today. So my son's home visiting and it might be loud. So anyway, let's jump into the primer. So I'm going to continue to work with this primer, but as you saw when I applied it, I had it starting to kind of ball up on me. And like I said, I don't know if it's affected by the magic cream. I don't know if it was just not a good combination. I will continue to work with this because I am looking for a good hydrating gripping primer. I like the Cover FX gripping primer, but it can be a little bit too drying for my skin. So I only use this on very special occasions. And the one that I really use on special occasions is the one from Sicily. Now, I don't know that this claims to be a gripping primer, but it does lock my foundation and my makeup. So I like it, but it's $200. So yeah, I've been looking for an alternative. So I still kind of want to work with this and see if it was just a fluke while it started balling up. I just don't know. But anyways, I will definitely update you guys in an update video, which will be coming in probably about 2 weeks. So by then I should know whether I like it or not. Let's talk about the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in so you guys can see what it's looking like 12 hours later. I'm also going to turn down the ring light because the ring light always makes everything look better. Just have the 2 box lights sitting in the corner. So as you can see, I am looking a little shiny, but it's still, my skin looks really radiant and really healthy. And that's how my skin looked yesterday as I wore this foundation all throughout the day. I was really, really impressed with how healthy my skin felt. Even though this gets a little bit makeup-y, as the day progresses, like right now, it's not near as makeup-y as it was earlier today. And so it seems like as your oils kind of start coming through, that makeup-y look I was having on the chin area kind of went away. It looks really beautiful all along here, all along this texture. This is a very, very beautiful foundation. So beautiful. I mean, yes, I'm getting kind of oily here. If I rub my finger across, I will start losing a little bit of the foundation, but it's not peeling away from the skin. And normally I always start to lose my foundation right along here. And this looks really good. Now I did not wear a mask with this, so I really haven't left my house in 2 days. I don't really leave the house unless I have to. So I have not worn this with a mask. I want to make that clear. But you can see that my makeup like looks really beautiful. It just does. The foundation and the longevity of it is absolutely amazing. I'm actually really excited to use it with the powders that I traditionally use and see how it works in my routine. But so far, so good on the foundation. It is very beautiful. The foundation to me is very, very impressive. It just looks really healthy, and I feel like I'm not wearing makeup. Now I know that this is a very clean foundation, but I can tell you the 2 days that I've worn it, I just feel like my skin feels good. Like I'm not wearing a lot of foundation and a lot of makeup, which is probably what I like about it the most, but it just looks really beautiful. Now, if you're combo and oily, you're probably gonna wanna lock and load this with one of your like heavy duty powders. I will get into the setting powder from this brand in just a minute, but you're gonna wanna kind of bring it full guns with a good primer and a good, setting powder. If you are oily skin and you really powder it good, I think you might like it too. I think it's really dry skin friendly as well. It does work for a wide variety of skin types. It's a very impressive formula. So for me, the foundation is an A+, especially at that price. The bottle of it is absolutely beautiful. It's all clean. Like, it's good. It's good. Let me talk about the bronzer. The bronzer is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. Both times that I've put it on, it just blends right into the skin. It is like the prettiest bronzer. And if you like a matte bronzer, you will love this bronzer. It is so pretty. Like I said, it does remind me of the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And I'm just really, really impressed with the way that it just kind of blends into the skin. It's so pretty. My favorite is the blush. The blushes, you guys, are hands down amazing. Now, like I said, in the application of the blushes, I am very picky when it comes to cream blushes. They have to apply right. Fenty blushes are beautiful, the cream blushes, but they just don't last on my skin. Same with the Rare Beauty. Now, not the liquid. So the liquid ones, they work great, but the ones in the little pot, they're gone in like 2 hours. It's crazy. They just don't have any longevity for me. Because this is more of like a satin matte formula in a cream base, you can see when I swatch it that it is very creamy, but because it has like a satin matte finish, it's not super, super greasy on the skin like many of the other ones that I have, which is why they wear off so fast. These give you the longevity. They're vibrant. They're not too much. They give the skin such a life. Probably, I'm going to say this. I recently reviewed these cream stick blushes from Westman Atelier. These are also fantastic blushes. But let me tell you something. Let me just say this. These from LYS Beauty are just as good, if not better, than the ones from Westman Atelier and half the price. Like, and by the way, I know that Westman Atelier is all clean products. These are all clean too. This is probably one of the best cream blush formulas I've used. And I'm saying that very bluntly. I'm very picky with cream blushes, and every single solitary time I have applied these blushes, they blend and melt into the skin like a complete dream, and they last all day. They look absolutely flawless. You guys, these are amazing. These are probably the best cream blushes I've ever used, ever bought, ever used. And yes, I do like these from the Westman Atelier. You know, I did a full face of the Westman Atelier, and I thought it was very expensive, very overpriced. But there was some products in there that I wasn't overly in love with, but I did really like the cream blushes. These are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. So if you have been considering picking up the cream blushes, do not hesitate. If you like cream blushes, you guys, or even if you struggle with cream blushes, these are amazing. You're gonna be hearing me talk a lot about these. You guys are gonna be seeing me wear these in many of my videos. These are the best cream blushes I've ever used, hands down. Now that we got that on the way, let's talk about the powder, the finishing powder. The finishing powder, I would say, is not a very like heavy duty finishing powder. It's a very lightweight finishing powder. So it's definitely not going to give you like the Charlotte Tilbury. You guys know that I love my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder. It's one of my favorites to kind of, you know, put right here and kind of blur everything out. I would say that this is definitely a thicker, drier formula, the Charlotte Tilbury is, than this LYS. This is a very lightweight powder. So let me say this. For me, I need something more. So I don't think I'll be using this formula all that much for me and my preferences, especially now that I've really fallen so madly in love with the Charlotte Tilbury. But if you are somebody that does not like setting powders, and because maybe you have dry skin, and it makes you look more dry, I think you might really like this. I need something with a little bit more to it because this is so lightweight. But if you're looking for that finishing powder that is so lightweight and doesn't really feel like you have anything on, this is amazing. So for me, it's not going to work, but I can see this working for many people. If you're combo, I don't think it's going to control your oils. If you're oily, it's definitely not going to control your oils. I think this is definitely for those who have dry, normal skin that don't really like powder and they're looking for something that's extremely lightweight and very easy to apply and doesn't feel heavy at all. So this will work for some people, but probably not for all. The lip oil. I love this lip oil. I've already picked me up another one. I know it sounds crazy, but I wanted to put one in my beauty room here so I can use it while I'm getting ready because I normally use my TISHA Camellia lip oil, which is what I'm wearing right now, the lip balm. I have it in the clear and I also have it in the colored. I use the clear at night and then I use the colored when I'm getting ready. I love my TISHA Camellia lip oil, but this is amazing because it is a lip oil, but it doesn't feel gumpy. I've only used it 2 days, so I can't really say that it's like made my lips more hydrated. That takes time to determine if it's going to really give your lips a lot of hydration, but I will say I love the applicator. I love the way it feels. And I don't feel like, you know, as it wears off, I don't feel like my lips are more dry where I need to add more product. It just makes my lips feel very moisturized and it stays hydrated for a long time. So really impressed. I went ahead and ordered one for my bathroom and I'm going to keep this one down here in my beauty room and probably get another one to pop in my purse because I really do like it. So that's it for my review. Sound off down below in the comment section. Have you guys bought anything from this brand? If you have, what do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let us know in the comments down below. You guys always know that I love your guys' opinions on all of these products that I review and test, and your opinion is just as important as anyone else coming behind a camera and sharing their thoughts. So please share with us in the comment section down below what you guys are thinking about this brand and if what you've tried and what you like and what you don't. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in today's video. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye.